Know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now listen, you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. Time, energy, the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, getting to that moolah, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that been tapped into the channel since day one. You understand? Heavily invested in Grown Man Business TV. You already know we growing this channel organically. Organically, my G's. Listen, man, constant elevation. Constant elevation. We on our way to the top. We have officially hit 25,000 subscribers. And I already told y'all we're gonna make our way to 30,000 subscribers. That's the goal right there. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, my G's. The Realest channel on YouTube is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. So listen, man, big salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all getting y'all notifications. You understand what I'm saying? This is Grown Man Business TV. And you see the title. Yeah. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. It is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But Hurricane Milton is on its way to Florida and the East Coast. You got a Category 5 hurricane barreling towards Florida. You understand what I'm saying? You already got Hurricane Helena that touched down and did damage out there, in North Carolina, up and down the East Coast. Up and down the East Coast, damage has been done. And I felt that it was only right that I come and get my game on the situation, being as though the big house, where we at. We in that sunshine state. We get that beautiful weather. But along with that beautiful weather comes that tropical weather, that tropical storm. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You got to give and take some. But it's a lot of fear mongering going on. And I want to kind of talk about that, and I want to elaborate on that. MJ, I see you in the building. Big wrenches. What it do, my G? Yeah, my wrenches don't waste no time. We're going to talk about that. And then we also going to talk about, the Joe Bidens and the Kamala Dick Harrisons. Yeah. Joe Biden and the Kamala Dick Harrisons. Because we got to elaborate and we got to kind of go into detail and we got to kind of scratch the surface on these situations because it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. But before we go and we tear their head off, because you already know what I'm about to do with that. You already know how I give it up over here at Grown Man Business TV. I want to kind of give y'all some different angles when it come to, this tropical lifestyle in Florida. Them palm trees and good. Yeah, you already know the lineup. I want to give y'all some game on this. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain. You got to understand something. When you live outside the state, when you on the outside looking in, and you get word about these hurricanes and this tropical weather, it's already going to throw you into a frenzy because you ain't from Florida. You don't live in Florida because I'm not from Florida. You understand what I'm saying? Or North Carolina or Georgia. See, if you from the outside looking in, it's going to trigger you. You're going to think the wildest things when you hear about a hurricane. But I'm here to tell you, man, a lot of the activity goes on near the water. So when you see them talking about flooding, when you see them talking about, all these different situations that can and might occur, 9 times out of 10, they talking about people that got property along that water. And you need to know something. People that buy property along that water, that homeowner's insurance is probably $1,500 to $2,000 a month. At least 1,000. 1,000, 800, 2,000, whatever. It's going to be a big portion of money because you already know that you brought some property that's in the eye and in the lane of danger. So a lot of the times, those incidents that y'all see on the news and those images that they show y'all in CNN and Fox News and Breakfast Club with DJ Envy and Charlamagne, the guy playing butt tag every morning, those is disaster areas that we all know is disaster areas. But you got to know the big majority of the land ain't dealing with that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I want to send my blessings and I want to send positive energy out to any and everybody that's going through, these floods, going through these man these man-made disaster zones. Because I already gave y'all a video showing y'all that they manipulate the weather. They've been manipulating these hurricanes. They've been dumping dry ice in the middle of these hurricanes and making them come in full-fledged category 5. I already gave y'all the game on that. I already showed y'all. But I want to send positive energy to any and everybody that's going through, the devastation. Yeah, the devastation of losing a home, losing property, losing your vehicle, not being able to find a way out, having to stay up in these hotels. I mean, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And that's why I bring this game to the channel. Because it's deeper and it's more wicked than celebrities. It's deeper and it's more wicked than P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. You understand, having freak-offs with 1,000 bottles of baby oil, a couple of male prostitutes in Cassie, your favorite celebrity getting bucked over by P. Diddy. It's so much deeper than that. The real situation is the higher-ups and the elites manipulating this weather, sending these hurricanes all over the place, taking over the land, implementing eminent domain after they turn your whole community into a disaster zone. So you got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, man. You got to really be able to pull the curtain to the side and look backstage. I don't need a backstage pass to get backstage. I don't need a VIP pass to get over there with them people and expose what's going on over there. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Yo, Joseph Perez, what it do, my G? I see you in the chat. We tapped in. We gonna go against the algorithm. We going against the establishment. We gonna push through the machine. Yeah, we going live pretty early today, my G, because Hurricane Milton is on its way to Florida. You gotta know something, man. This thing right here might be the cause of war. When people get tired of going through these man-made situations, when people get tired of those dog fur people pouring dry ice in the middle of these storms. Now let's talk about this, man. Let's really break this thing down. Let's really go into this. Again, positive energy to anybody and everybody that's going through the motions right now. That's losing property, losing vehicles, losing, prized possessions that they got in their homes due to these man-made hurricanes, these man-manipulated hurricanes, my G. Oh, we gonna get hurricanes, but I already showed y'all how they manipulate the hurricanes. I already showed y'all. I already put it right in front of your face how they play with these hurricanes, charge them up to category 5s, and direct them right at you and your peoples. Yeah, I said that. They manipulate these hurricanes, they charge them up to a category 5, and then they aim them at you and your peoples. So you gonna stand on business, or you gonna get down, or you gonna lay down. And me personally, I ain't getting down and I ain't laying down. I ain't fleeing, I ain't running, I ain't ducking and diving. I'm standing right on grown man business, homie. And it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. So I just wanted to give y'all some game on how they manipulate y'all mentally when they put these certain areas. Every year, it's the same areas that they put on the news and they show the devastation. But you got to know something. The people that live in these areas, they already know they in the line of danger. They already know they live next to the water. They paying high homeowners insurance because their property might just get wiped out by a hurricane. It might get wiped out by a hurricane, but when you got the higher-ups and the elites dumping dry ice in the middle of these hurricanes and directing them and charging them up to a category 5, oh, you got a high chance of your whole house getting demolished. And that's what we seeing right now. That's what's playing right before our eyes. This ain't got nothing to do with God. They gonna tell you we living in the last days. They gonna tell you this what God wanted. This is scripture. This was already written. That's what they gonna tell you. I'm telling you, this ain't got nothing to do with God, my G. This is all man-made. Drew Dresky, I see you in the chat. What it do, my G? This is all man-made. They feed off the fear that you exude. Follow me on this. They are feeding off the fear that you exude. So if they put something on TV and they say, oh, the hurricane is coming, everybody needs to get down and lay down. We already told you it's a category 5. They already know that those planes done flew over top of those hurricanes and dropped that dry ice. And now everybody's scared. Everybody's ducking for cover. Everybody's running for the hills. They want you to leave your property. They want you to run for the hills. They want you to evacuate. So after they send that hurricane over there, knock down your house, blow the roof off your property, they can now consider this a disaster zone, a disaster area. And what do they do after? What can they legally do after they consider your community a disaster zone? Now they got implement domain. Intimate domain is implement. Yeah, we gonna apply that intimate domain to you. Now you can't even come back to your own house. You can't even come back to your own property because intimate domain has been implemented in this area, in this so-called disaster zone. And now we taking that. Yeah, we taking that property, homie. You ain't got no say-so in the mix. So I would advise everybody to hunker down, buckle down. Put 10 toes in the concrete, put 10 toes in the ground, homie, and stand on business. Stand on business. You understand what I'm saying? Don't bend breaking forward every time you look at the news and they tell you, oh, you need to be scared. They feed off of that. You got to ask yourself this question, right? Why is there never good news on the news? Every time you turn on the news, every time you look at CNN, every time you look at Fox News, it's either violence in the community, right? Dog fur on dog fur violence, or we talking about the war in Israel, the war in Ukraine, the war over here, the war over there. I mean, I didn't know it was so many wars going on in the world that we needed to be abreast on and need to be brushed up on, and we needed to know about, and we needed to see video and pictures of these wars going on over there. Because when you get scared, you get to buying up stuff. You get to running off to the Costco's. You get to running off to the Publix. You get to running off to Walmart. And all these people, they make billions of dollars when y'all buy up all the toilet paper. They make billions of dollars when y'all go up and buy up all the merchandise in the store. You feel what I'm saying? This is a part of standing on grown man business, homie. You don't let fear into your home. You don't let fear into your family. When you the man of the situation, you take all that in. You tell everybody, look, it's going to be okay. We got a plan. This what we going to do. You don't get the shaking in your boots. Running here, running there. You tell the family, hey, y'all stay right here. I'm going to go get gas. I'm going to make sure we got food in the house. I'm going to make sure we got water. I'm going to make sure we got a grill. We got charcoal. We got lighter fluid. We got flashlights. That's what we doing over here. So I just wanted to put that out there. They making billions of dollars off of y'all as we speak. When y'all run to the store and y'all buy up all the damn milk, all the eggs, all whatever y'all done bought up all this shit. And on Thursday, it's going to be a sunny day again. War and fear is what they make the most money off of. War and fear. Again, when you look at CNN, all you see is war. All you see is school shootings. All you see is violence because they need you in a state of fear. Whew. Oh, yeah, y'all came to the right place, homie. Y'all came to the right place. What it do? What it do, Perez? Yeah, chap in later, man. You already know how the game go. 159 people in the live chat, man. Hit the like button. Run them likes up. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, I got Joe Biden and I got Kamala Dick Harris in the thumbnail. Now you see Joe Biden, he got the suit on. You see Kamala Dick Harris. You see her cleavage out, thighs and legs out. That's how I want y'all to vision her. That's how she gonna be in any thumbnail you see me put Kamala Dick Harris in. She gonna have ass and titties out. Because again, we don't need you. You ain't leading the country. We need you in the Oval Office. We definitely need you in the Oval Office, but we need you to take on Monica Lewinsky. We need you to take on the spirit of Monica Lewinsky, Miss Harris. We not saying that we don't want you in the Oval Office. We just need you on your knees with your ass and your titties out. That's how we would prefer you in the Oval Office, Kamala Dick Harris. But I put them in a thumbnail because it's deeper than fear. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than a Category 5 manipulated hurricane coming at the coast, my G. Oh, yeah, I said it. The hurricane has been manipulated. Yeah, they did. Yeah. I already showed y'all. Check my last live stream. They dumping dry ice inside these hurricanes to charge them up to a Category 5. But see, I want to talk about Kamala Dick Harris because like I said before, this ain't the time to be doing no rally with Magic Johnson. We don't need to see you in a debate with Donald J. Trump. We don't really want to hear you talking. It's more about actions. We all know the saying, actions speak louder than words. Well, it's time to point the finger at Kamala Dick Harris, at Joe Biden. Why is it that we can give the Ukraine $300 billion, but with the American people, when hurricanes and natural disasters come through, y'all can't even get FEMA together? Y'all can't even get the money together. We live in America. We pay taxes. You understand what I'm saying? We pay homeowners insurance. When natural disasters come, we shouldn't have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It should be instant gratification. The money should be right there. Can we pay for it? So why y'all ain't asking Kamala Dick Harris why she ain't able to handle these hurricanes? Why she ain't able to handle these floods? Why all these people is not in their home? Get their home been washed out. They can't get the insurance money. They living in hotels. But you got Kamala Dick Harris out there in Atlanta, pussy popping with Megan Thee Stallion. You got Kamala Dick Harris out there in Atlanta, popping coochie with Megan Thee Stallion. You got Kamala Dick Harris out there in Flint, Michigan with Magic Johnson. The man who got the financial aids. Because you didn't get HIV. You got the financial aids, homie. You got the good AIDS. You got the financial AIDS. Whole time, we got hurricane after hurricane, natural disaster after natural disaster taking place as we speak. And y'all trying to convince everybody to vote for Kamala Dick Harris. Well, right now is the time to show that you a leader. Right now is the time to show that you deserve to be the president of the United States of America. Because right now, it ain't looking good for you, shorty. It ain't looking good for you. You looking like a whole hoe out here. If you ask Grown Man Business TV, we don't want to hear no more you have put together speeches. We don't want to hear you stumbling and mumbling over your teleprompter. Stand on business. How is it that we able to provide all this money for illegal immigrants crossing over the border? We able to provide all these funds, all this paper, all this taxpayers' money. Got immigrants in New York living in the best hotels, getting the best room service, walking around with $15,000 to $20,000 on them. Illegal immigrants. But y'all can't get FEMA money where the FEMA money need to be at. Y'all can't get these people their insurance money so they can start fixing their houses back up, taking care of their property. This is not the end times. This is not the end of the world. We are not living in the last days. We are living in a day of dog fur having people manipulating and painting the picture and painting the narrative. And it's either time to go to war about it or at least speak up, man. Stand on business. You know, I see a lot of people talking about, you know, not living in Florida, not living in certain areas, and, you know, this and that and that and this. But you need to know something. You need to know something. The whole United States is up for grabs right now. Even in Detroit. Yeah. Even in Detroit, when that cold winter come and them electric cars break down and all the X, Y, and Z, I see the news reports. I do my due diligence. What happened when the floods come to New York City? What happened when the great freeze, when the coldest winter y'all ever felt in your life come to Detroit? What happens then? What we gonna say then? Oh, I don't think we should live in Detroit because nah, homie. It's deeper than where your it's deeper where you pinpointed that on the map, homie. The whole America is up for grabs. Now, Florida, I want to say this. Florida is it's prime real estate. It's prime real estate. And if you think that you just gonna send these charged up hurricanes to Florida, make it a natural disaster zone, and take all the property, you got another thing coming. We'll take you to war before we let that happen. You better open your eyes when it comes to what's going down with the higher-ups and the elites. Those mountain towns in North Carolina, they didn't have flood insurance when it came to their homeowners insurance. Nobody thought that it'd be a flood in the mountains in North Carolina. Yeah, the unpredictable will happen. It's being lined up. It's being set up right in front of your eyes, homie. Category 5. Oh, everybody needs to evacuate. It's a category 5. Yeah, after y'all dumped all that dry, oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all dumped all that dry ice in that storm, and now it's a category 5, and you think I ain't gonna talk about it. You think I ain't gonna bring it up to you. You think I ain't gonna pinpoint the realest. Man, come on, man. Ain't no way around it. St. Pete, you know, Sarasota. These places been flatlined by these hurricanes. Flatline, my G. Tampa is looking like it's on the map to get hit real hard by Hurricane Milton, a category 5. You should be asking, where's your president at? Where's your vice president at? Where are the leaders of America, the so-called leaders? Where's all the money at? All this tax-paying money. We ain't seen none of it. $750 to the people up there in North Carolina. Where's all the money at? Oh, my bad. I forgot. We gave it all to the immigrants. We gave it all to the Ukrainian people. We the only country on the globe got all our citizens working like worker bees to pay the rest of the world. When y'all gonna wake up and see it? When y'all gonna smell the roses? Big salute to the chat. Why is this guy always on my FYP? Ain't no telling, homie. They try to keep us out the algorithm. I don't know how I'm pulling up on your algorithm because they shadow banning this channel. They muffling this channel. You think it's a coincidence out there in Cali? They getting those severe firestorms. You think that's Mother Nature? You think that's God? God ain't got a hand in none of this. God ain't got this, all man-made, homie. This is all man manipulated. Dog fur people got a hand in this. That dog fur. And I'm trying to be easy on it. I'm trying to be easy on it. But all roads lead back to dog fur having people. And now it done got so intense that it's dog fur on dog fur violence. You got dog fur people violating other, because a lot of the people you see that's reacting to these hurricanes is white people. Blonde hair, blue-eyed white people. Talking about how their homes is getting blown down. Talking about how they ain't getting the FEMA money. See, it's affecting everybody now. It's affecting everybody now. It ain't no way around this. It ain't no way around it. Dro, I'm cleaning it, bitch. Salute to Dro the poet. What it do, my G? What it do? Yeah. It's getting, let me hold on real quick. You know, it's getting real out here. We need more and more soldiers. Even in a live chat, I need more and more soldiers. The channel's growing. The voice is getting more powerful. The more we grow, the more powerful the voice get. I need more soldiers to stand behind this. I'm going to tell y'all something that I always say this, but for all the newcomers, I want to give y'all some game because I really believe in this. In the Constitution, it say that the American people, the American citizen, can go to war with a tyrant government. We can take the government to war if we feel like it's a tyrant government. And I'm going to tell you something, man. If this ain't a tyrant government that we living up under from west to east coast, I wouldn't know what to call it. I wouldn't know what to call this. We work hard every day, and you give our tax-paying dollars to immigrants and border jumpers. We work hard every day, and you take our tax-paying dollars and you pay for wars over there in Israel. You providing funding for Pakistan and all this, all that. But when it come to us, we can't even get the money that we put in the pot. There's no ROI on our taxes. There's no return on investment when it come to our tax-paying dollars. Where is the ROI, my G? Where is the ROI? Where is the return on investment? Because it ain't nothing wrong with a little hurricane here and there. But when you charging the hurricane up to a category 5 and you directing the hurricane to different regions, that's a tyrant government right there. When after you charge these hurricanes up to a category 5 and you send it wherever you want it to go, and then you don't give us a ROI on our tax-paying dollars, that's a tyrant government right there. When you give all our tax-paying dollars to the Ukraine, $300 billion, then you tell the American people out there in North Carolina they ain't got nothing but $750 they can get their hands on. That's a tyrant government right there. That's a government that deserves to be taken to war, if you ask me. It shouldn't be no way we can't get around these hurricanes and we can't get around these natural disasters at this point in time, up to present day. We done had natural disaster after natural disaster. Y'all ain't figured out how to do it yet. Y'all ain't figured out how to get around it yet. We done had school shooting after school shooting. And you telling me y'all ain't figured out how to stop a school shooting yet? All y'all want to do is fearmonger. Oh, and you know this is my dog fur impersonation. You know this is my dog fur voice right here. Oh. World reporting news, we have a Category 5 Hurricane Milton. It's on its way. And I want you guys to be as scared as possible. We want to project fear into you and your family. Guess what? Hurricane Milton. You should be scared. Matter of fact, how about you and your family pack up your clothes, take your belongings, and get the hell out the property? Yeah, we want you guys to evacuate your $500,000 house so we can come and we can take that. You wouldn't mind, would you? Oh, it's Hurricane Milton. This is CNN Fox News, and we are here to report fear for you guys. We don't care if you care or not. We don't care what you do. Get your stuff and get out of there. Yeah, Hawaii all over again. Hawaii all over again. But listen, Hawaii is disconnected from the U.S. They a part of the U.S. Don't get me wrong. We got our hands in a pocket out there in Hawaii. But they ain't got the full, union. They over there in the ocean somewhere. So when we burn down your whole community and then we relocate all of your locals and then we buy up all of your land, Oprah Winfrey and Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, they went over there and they bought up all that land. Yeah, roped it off and said it was a disaster zone. Intimate domain, we're gonna take this. Hey, don't you worry. We got some more land for you over there in the mountains, but we're going to take this land over here and we're going to call it a natural disaster. Just out of nowhere, we had a whole bunch of rain, fire coming out the clouds and burned all your shit down. You don't mind, do you? You don't mind if we burn down your whole community. Same thing they doing over here. Oh, Hurricane Helena has just hit the land. Hurricane Helena. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We've charged up a whole other hurricane right behind Hurricane Helena. Oh, multiple upon multiple upon multiple of hurricanes is coming your way. Yeah. You thought God, oh, my bad. You think Mother Nature did that? Hurricane Helena has caused mass destruction. Don't you worry, because we got Hurricane Milton coming right behind that. And I don't know how they found out, but Grown Man Business TV, he told you already, we've been dumping, dry ice in the middle of these storms, charging them up, aiming them right at you. Come on, homie. What we talking about? This hurricane is already at 175 mile per hour winds. Imagine that. Y'all got all the funding to tell us about what's going to happen and how y'all going to do it and what's coming our way, but y'all ain't got money in FEMA? All our tax money, all the taxes I fucking pay every year, and y'all ain't got money in FEMA? Y'all ain't got insurance money? Y'all ain't got VDOT, and all the people over there already should be bringing sandbags and handling the situation. I digress. Let me calm down. Big salute. 324 people in the live chat. Let me let y'all get an earful on what they talking about with what's going on with this man manipulated hurricane. Because I'm the only one that's telling y'all this shit is man-made. God ain't got a hand in this. They lied to y'all. They told you in the good book that, hurricanes will ravage the land. So now they figured out how to manipulate the hurricanes. They told y'all in the good book, you won't know night from day, winter from fall. And they done manipulated with these heart machines and these airplanes full of dry ice. You thought we ain't know what y'all was doing? And then this is what they do. Here we go. Let's watch some of the dog fur. Here, I got a dog fur companion right here. Head full of dog fur. He done swiped it to the left, put a bunch of gel in it, put his little tie on, and he gonna give us some fear mongering. Hold your horses. 318 people in the live chat. Hit the like button. It's free. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. I'm talking a head full of dog fur. Look at his face, right? It's always these type of people that got their hand in the pot. These type of people right here that got their hand in the pot. And come up here and act like they concerned about what's going on.
Clock advisory, sustained wind, sustained at 180, gusts to 220 miles an hour with the storm. A very, very compact eye with the storm. It's scraping along the northern edge of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Obviously, Category 5 hurricane. For those of you that follow this sort of thing, the central pressure is down to 905 millibars.
Now, he got all the game about the millibars and the high pressure and a Category 5 hurricane, but he ain't said one thing about his people, you know, his homies, you know, that got the heart machines, that's dumping dry ice in the middle of the damn storm. Take my word for it. Don't wait till they do this to your region. Don't wait till they start sending these hurricanes and these tornadoes and these flash floods to your city, because it's coming. You need to know that it's coming. You didn't think that it was going to make it your way? And they going to tell y'all the same thing they telling them. We ain't got no money for y'all. FEMA's broke. I'm gonna let my man say a few more things. Go ahead and tell him what you got to tell him, man.
That is the strongest or the lowest pressure we have seen with an Atlantic hurricane since the historic 2005 hurricane season. That would be going back to Rita and Wilma, those two storms in 2005. That was also the year that Katrina had a very low pressure as.
Yeah, Katrina. Y'all remember Katrina? Nah, I didn't see what's going on in the Georgia prisons, man. Fill me in. Put it in the live chat. What's going on in the Georgia prisons? Now, I said something to y'all about a tyrant government. In the Congress, in the Constitution, you understand me? It's already written that the American people can go to war with a tyrant government. Well, you got to know something, right? America is built off of gangsterism. That's one thing for sure, two things for certain. I got to give these people that. Oh, they gangster. Oh, they real gangster. They hide a lot of messages in the movies. They manipulate the music. They poison the food. They poison the water. They poison the air. They manipulate these storms so that they can implement eminent domain and take over your property and take over your community. They do all these things. And they do it right in front of your face because they have to egg you on. They have to put the bait out there and bait you into war. Or they want war. In the higher ups and the elites, they saying to themselves, oh, we going to do all this shit right in front of you. What y'all going to do about it? Oh, yeah, out in Hawaii, we burnt that down. Y'all know we burnt it down. What y'all going to do about it? Y'all ready to go to war about it? Or y'all just going to talk about it? Oh, don't worry. We sent that hurricane up there to North Carolina. We flooded those people out. Y'all going to go to war about it? Or y'all going to get down and lay down? And if you lay down, you're going to stay down. Oh, yeah, you remember Hurricane Katrina. You remember what happened with them levees. You remember a lot of locals said that they heard explosions. They heard dynamite. They heard C4 going off when those levees broke. Y'all don't, I remember that. The locals said that they heard C4. So y'all know we blew down them levees to make sure we flooded out New Orleans, killed all those people. What y'all gonna do about it? Y'all already know when the Twin Towers fell, we had a hand in that. Y'all mad about that? Y'all gonna do something about that? Yeah. You know those buildings, they would have toppled over. They wouldn't have just went down straight like that. We all know that it was demolition involved with that. We all know about that random building a couple of blocks down that blew up as well. Yo, we all know about that third building in New York City. Y'all gonna go to war about that? Oh, we already know that y'all, the day before the Twin Towers fell, right? A couple of $1 trillion went missing. We already know about that. Is y'all gonna go to war about it? Yeah, a day or two before the Twin Towers fell, they went on the news and said that the Pentagon had misplaced about some trillions of dollars. Trillions and billions of dollars went missing. And then coincidentally, the next day the Twin Towers fall and then a plane flies into the Pentagon in the same area where all that money would have been infoed and yeah, the transcripts. So when I tell y'all that in the Constitution, it's already written that we can take the government to war. We can take a tyrant government and we can go to war. They want us to go to war. They wanna put martial law into order. But we gotta take them to war first. So they doing everything they can. Oh, y'all know we done gave the Ukraine $350 billion, but we ain't got no money for y'all. We don't got no paper for y'all right now. What y'all gonna do about that? It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. See, I gotta tell y'all, man, you know, everybody talking about not moving to Florida. Everybody talking about, you know, these hurricanes, and nobody giving y'all the real manuscript of what's going on, homie. When those Twin Towers fell, you think people said, oh, I ain't moving to New York, man. They knocking buildings down out there. Ain't no running from this. And salute to Anton Daniels, because I rock with Anton Daniels. But all the, you know, disrespect when it come to moving to the Sunshine State and on all this, man, Detroit been in shambles for a long time. Y'all just now getting some traction out there in Detroit. They crippled y'all a long time ago, homie. You might want to start talking about that. You might want to start talking about the poverty line out there in Detroit. The unemployment rate out there in Detroit. It's ugly work out there in Detroit. So when you get to talking down on these other states, just because, you know, you got some paper and you got, you know, you got some property, and salute to Anton Daniels because I rock with him. But man, let's put a light. Let's shine a light on Detroit, homie. It's ugly out there. What you talking about, man? And it's going to be a cold winter in Detroit. So dress warm, homie. It's going to be a cold winter out there in New York City, so you better dress warm. Out there in Detroit, last year, it was one of the coldest winters on record. It was so cold out there in Detroit that all of the smart cars stopped working. All of the Teslas, they batteries froze up. It was so cold out there in Detroit last winter that the battery chargers for the Teslas all stopped working, homie. You might want to report on that. You might want to talk about that. I'm talking, it was miles and miles of smart cars, of electrical cars that had broken down, and people was dying in those cars because they had to spend the night. They was finding frozen people in those Teslas, homie. Yeah, do your research on that. So when you talk about these hurricanes, I get you on that. I'm with you on that. But also include that this shit is man-made. These hurricanes is man-manipulated. They charging them up to category 5s, homie. It ain't just like that out here. It ain't just how it go down every year. They making it worse, and they making it worse, and they making it worse with what they doing to these hurricanes and that dry ice that they dropping in the eye of the hurricane, in the eye of the storm, homie. So don't halfway it, because I rock with Anton Daniel, and he's a smart dude, but homie, it's deeper than rap. You got all that money, and you can't see behind the curtain. You got all that money, and you can't see behind those Cartier shades through the smoke and mirrors, homie. Money don't make you a man. The man make the money. You understand that? So when you get on your app and you get on your platform and you get to talking some of the stuff you talking, you ain't doing nothing but assisting them dog fur people, man. You ain't doing nothing but assisting them dog fur people and the higher ups and the elites, man. And I needed to say that because y'all see these man manipulated hurricanes coming towards the shore, coming towards Florida, and it's oh yo woo woo woo. But guess what? We ain't got them cold winters that y'all got. Ain't nobody froze in no Teslas down here in Florida. Ain't nobody died and was froze. Ain't no homeless people being found frozen like a goddamn ice cube out here, homie. So don't think that just because right now they manipulating the weather when it come to the Sunshine State that y'all ain't gonna go through it when it's goddamn 30 below zero. Don't think that they not gonna send something up to New York when they send y'all them videos of them subways being flooded out. This ain't no game, man. You can't hide from this. Yo, man. Let's let my dog fur having companion speak a little more about what he got going on.
As well. So this is one of the strongest in about 20 years that we've seen. In the Gulf of Mexico, it is the strongest that we've ever seen when this late in the season, too. Amazing. 675 miles southwest of Tampa, Florida. The storm is not expected to make a direct landfall, but certainly scrape along the Yucatan coast overnight. It is expected to make landfall near or right on top of Tampa, Florida, very late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning around 2 o'clock in the morning. A couple of things to keep.
See them people, they create these situations, they manipulate these storms, they create these disastrous weathers, right? And then they get on the television, they get on Fox News and CNN and all that, and they act like they so concerned. They've been doing it for centuries, my G, and I'm gonna get into that real quick. We're gonna talk about that. And no, I'm not near the area, but I got property near the area. I could be anywhere, homie. I'm established in multiple different states, my G. So asking those type of questions ain't gonna get you nowhere. I ain't your average YouTuber. I ain't your average content creator, homie. I ain't blogging out of my grandmama house. I ain't blogging in my mama basement. You understand what I'm saying, homie? You came to the right place. But when you ask those type of questions, understand something. I could be anywhere, homie. And that's respectfully. I ain't bragging and boasting because I work hard for this shit. But just understand something. You can't pinpoint the location, boy. I'm not your average YouTuber, man. I stand on grown man business. But I live like DJ Academics and all that. I got property in the Sunshine State. Nowhere near Tampa and all of that. My property ain't in the line of immediate danger. You understand what I'm saying? You got people that literally with Hurricane Helena, right? Got all of their flooded furniture and property out in the front of their house, waiting for the trash people and whoever's supposed to pick it up to come get it. But they done sent a whole nother hurricane right behind Hurricane Helena. That shit gonna blow all that stuff off. Boy, it's dangerous in some of these areas in Florida. And we gotta stop acting like this shit just coming from Mother Nature. Hurricane power they ain't seen in the last 20 years, just all of a sudden popping up right before the election. These people saying they ain't seen hurricanes like this in the last 20 to 25 years. And all of a sudden, coincidentally, right before the election, here we go. 3, 4 goddamn hurricanes back to back. And I'm the only one pointing this out on this app. I'm the only one in this lane, homie. Let me give you some context on what I'm talking about for the people in the back of the class that might not fully understand. The people in the back of the class that might not be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. Let me give you some context. The black community was a beautiful community. We used to cook out. We used to go to work in the factories, build cars, had single family homes, provide. We was having a good time in the black community. And all of a sudden we had crack cocaine put into the community, right? Now, right when they put the crack cocaine in the community, them dog fur people, they went right on the news like this guy right here and said, oh, it's a war on drugs. We're so concerned about the drugs in the black community that we want to have a war on drugs. The whole time they put the damn crack in there. The whole time they put the drugs in the community that they now got a war on. See how they made that war on drugs? You see how they did that? They create poverty and pain. After they cut down all the jobs, they get rid of all the factories, they sell out America to all these foreign places, these foreign countries. Then they get on the goddamn news and tell us, oh, it's a war on poverty. We're so concerned about the poverty in America. It's looking like the Great Depression here in America. And we're so concerned about it. Oh, we want to help you guys, even though we created the poverty and pain that we talking about. All right? Oh, Hurricane Helena and Hurricane Milton. The whole time they creating this shit. So I'm just trying to give you some game on multiple different situations that they create on their own. They create it. Then they turn right around in our face and act like they concerned about us, like they care about us, like they care about the American people. Listen to him. Listen to how concerned he is.
Note of here. Do not focus on it's going to weaken to a Cat 3.
Oh.
That's no big deal.
Oh.
Because the wall of water, the storm surge, is already set in motion with this storm.
Okay.
And that will be pushed toward the West Coast. That was a classic mistake that a lot of folks, thought of going back to that 2005 hurricane season when you had major Cat 5 storms.
I don't believe you. You need more people. I do not believe you. You need more people, homie. What you should be saying is, listen, guys, I'm sorry to inform you, but the higher-ups and the elites have been manipulating these hurricanes. There's no way we should be having 2 and 3 goddamn hurricanes as we speak. I'm here to tell you, the government officials have mandated. Oh, dry ice. Do you know what dry ice does when you drop it into a hurricane? Well, let me tell you. Right here, when you drop the dry ice right here into the hurricane, it comes up and it turns to a Category 5, a Cat 5, Cat 4 hurricane. And it's going to be all over Florida. That's what your silly ass, that's what he should be telling y'all. Instead, it's all, don't you worry, the flash flood warnings and we're going to be doing. Nah, that's where y'all messed up, giving us these platforms where we can give you that dope straight off the brick into the bottles, where I can tell you the real pure dope, homie. I ain't got to sugarcoat it. I ain't really got to sugarcoat it, man. I got to get it to them where they can understand it. You understand? I want to talk like them. I want them to feel what I'm telling you. I ain't gonna lie. I was tempted to make another YouTube channel called the Dog Fur Express, and I was gonna put me a dog fur having person up there, and I was gonna be the voice, and I was gonna speak behind them, because you got to have a puppet. And if I put that white face in front of you, but it's my voice, and I talk like that, you'll believe that it's them, and then I can give you this game. I was considering doing that. And I'm still considering it. Yeah, Dog Fur Express TV. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me, it tickles me. It tickles my fancy to give you the Dog Fur Express TV channel, and I'm thinking I'm going to line that up tonight. Nah, I ain't gonna put dog. I ain't gonna do dogma. I don't like that word. I wouldn't stand behind that word. I don't like that word. Words are spells, and that word right there, I don't like it. I understand what it is, but I wouldn't stand behind that word with my voice. But salute to you though. Yeah, race always plays a part in this. But I will say this. I will say this. We are at a time and a place where it's dog for on dog for violence. It ain't just aimed at black people anymore. They shooting at everybody. Hawaiians, white people. Everybody can get it. Nobody is off limits. That's the reason why I speak on a tyrant government. That's why I speak on what can happen with a tyrant government. When it gets to the point where black people are no longer just the target, now everybody is the target. Salute to those white people that's going through it right now, respectfully. Because it's a lot of white people in Florida they devastated, man. They devastated. And as soon as those white people understand that, y'all need to link up with us. We need to link up with y'all. We need to link up with the Asians that's with the movement. We need to link up with everybody. Everybody that's with the movement, we need to link up because above race, we are the American people, homie. We pay taxes to this establishment. All of us. And we have not received the ROI on our payments, on our tax money. We have not received a return on the investment. And what you gonna do if you invest hundreds of thousands of dollars? I'm sure we all done paid millions in taxes. So you done invested some millions, I done invested some millions, he done invested some millions, and they rob all of us. What do you think the next move is? You done invested some millions, they done invested some millions, we done invested some millions, and they done invested some millions. And come to find out, they done robbed all of us for those millions of dollars. They done robbed us. Hey, man, they got you for your... Yeah, they got me for the millions. Yo, how about you? Yeah, they hit me. GMB TV. Look, man, they got us for our millions, too. How about you? Yeah, they got us for our millions guaranteed. Ain't no money in the FEMA. They talking about $750. Well, where the next place the rally gonna be at? Let's pull up. Where the next place they about to rally at? Where the next place they gonna have Magic Johnson and Megan Thee Stallion popping coochie at? Out there in Atlanta? Well, let's go to Atlanta. Word to Tupac. Word to Tupac. Tupac would have had a million thug march at the next rally asking where that money at. Yeah. Yeah, you out in Atlanta popping coochie with Megan Thee Stallion, but you talking about $750. Now we need to pull up to the Mercedes-Benz Center and we need to see what's going on. Where the millions at, shorty? You think you gonna fool us with Megan Thee Stallion and Magic Johnson? Bitch, where the money at? Salute to the chat, man. Is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be. This shit ain't gonna stop. We not stopping, homie. I'm not gonna stop. I'm supposed to be crossing state lines right now. I'm supposed to be crossing state lines at all times. I'm supposed to be in the truck right now. I call the people. I tell them, listen, I can't leave right now. I got to make sure everything is straight. I got to make sure, one of my biggest investments is taken care of. And I feel a way about it because I'm not one of the ones that's stuck behind the fog and the smoke and mirrors. I'm one of the ones that understand just what's going on with these storms. Back-to-back hurricanes, and we just supposed to believe that it's just Mother Nature. So y'all telling me all this technology, they're using the technology for evil. We done been going through storms and Hurricane Katrinas and all these different things for centuries now. And you mean to tell me with all this technology we got up to present day, y'all ain't found out how to shift those storms in the middle of the ocean? Y'all ain't figured out how to dissolve a hurricane. Dissolve all the tax money we put into NASA, all the tax money we spend that y'all be fucking taking hundreds of billions of dollars. Y'all ain't figured out how to dissolve a hurricane in the middle of the ocean. Oh, my bad. Y'all did. Y'all just using it for evil. Y'all just using the harp. Y'all using the weather manipulation to destroy the American people. Because that same harp machine, that same dry ice, if you was to probably dump charcoal in the middle of the damn hurricane, dissolve the hurricane. If you could dump dry ice in the middle of the hurricane and it go faster and it charges up, then you probably could drop charcoal in the middle of the damn hurricane to dissolve it. But then you got this guy telling us some shit like he know what he know what he talking about.
Weakening to Cat 3. That is not something we want to talk about this time. There's mandatory evacuations along the west coast of Florida for a very good reason. Also, another thing to focus on is that the storm could make landfall anywhere within this cone.
Man, shut your ass up. And let me say this. Manny Jew, I disagree. I disagree with that. Manny Jew said they can't figure God out. I disagree with that. I actually am a firm believer that they have actually figured out a lot of what God got going on. They have figured out Mother Nature. They have actually figured it out to the point where a lot of people believe that God is doing this and they got their hands in it the whole time. You got all these people, 90% of Americans think that this is Mother Nature. And I'm telling you, this ain't got nothing to do with Mother Nature. Am I saying they are God? Hell no. Oh, hell no. That that dog fur won't get close to being God. That dog fur lay down, it shed, it smelled like a golden retriever when you put water on it. That dog fur can't get close to God, but figuring out, that's a whole different story, man. They are as close as you can get figuring out Mother Nature, figuring out God. They was on the brink of that type of shit with Hurricane Katrina. But Hurricane Katrina, they hadn't even got this far yet. So they had to blow down those levees to let that water in. Now they done got to the point where they don't need to blow down the levee. They can charge up the actual hurricane. This shit ain't nothing but a little bit of wind when it start out, a couple of clouds. It's very demure. You know, the word demure they all using. It's very demure. It's very light-footed. And then they go in there and they charge that motherfucker up. And they turn it to a devastation. They turn it to a Category 5 hurricane. So, figuring it out, yeah. They definitely figuring them out. They definitely figuring God out. So I had to disagree with that. You know, they learning how to use the downloads is download. And I always tell y'all, I always say this. The things that we love most, they learn how to weaponize it against us. Whew. The downloads is downloaded. The things that we love and cherish the most, they learn how to weaponize it against us. Well, guess one of the things that the majority of us, guess who the majority of us love the most? God. Whatever you consider that to be. We put a lot of energy and time into talking and praying to God. Whatever God you talk to, whatever God you lay down to, whatever God you get on your knees to, you pray to a God, and they have even figured out how to manipulate and weaponize God against us. Only God could create a hurricane Only God could freeze over your whole goddamn state and freeze people in their cars overnight because it's 40 below zero. Only God. But now these dog fur having people done figured out how to do the same thing. How to bring hurricanes to land, how to charge them up, how to redirect them, how to send them right at you. They learn how to weaponize Mother Nature. Salute to the chat. We ain't wasting no time on this. The game is the game, man. They learn how to weaponize flash floods, water, the ocean. These things come through on God's time. Appreciate that. Yeah. Appreciate that, Joseph. You know, we you gotta know something, man. When I go to the beach, I bring the waves with me, man. You feel what I'm saying? When I go to the water, when I go to the beach, I bring the waves with me, man. Salute to my barber, you know what I mean? He do what he do, you know what I'm saying? Tap the nigga in, you know. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But the message had to be delivered. You got hurricane after hurricane after hurricane. People are scared, boy. They gonna make billions of dollars off of fear. Off of fear. I'm getting calls back to back. Yo, what's going on? Whoa. You think should go down there? You think we should go down there? You think we should go see what's going on with the property? You think we should do this? We should do that? I'm telling everybody, stand down, homie. Stand down. Stand down. We got this under control. Because no matter how close they get to manipulating these storms, no matter how close they get to being a replica, to cloning the things that God does, they'll never be God. No matter how scared you get, this shit is in God's hands, homie. I don't care if you build a doomsday bunker. I don't care if you get $1 million and you spend it and you dig underground and you got a doomsday bunker and it got vents and all of that. I'm telling you something, every stone will be overturned. No fear, my G. I don't care if you was 1,000 miles underground. When it go down, every stone will be overturned, even your doomsday bunker. Even your doomsday bunker will be overturned. There is no fear in this, homie. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And I'm going to tell you this. If it's going to be what it's going to be, then war come after that. How many people, how many Americans you think going to keep taking this shit before war come? Yeah. And I ain't scared of that. I'm a war general. I know how to rally the troops. I'm going to spark the brain of the motherfucker who going to change this. If I don't change it myself, my words is going to spark the brain of the youngin' that's going to change this. I'm a war general. That's one of the things I revel in. I love that. The war part. That's why some of the, in the beginning, you saw me taking some of these YouTubers to war. I was taking YouTubers to war left and right. Straight, we was going to civil war left and right. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, man. I wanted to tap in with that because you got to know it's a lot going on right now. America is, we talked about this a long time ago, some years ago, about, these 2024 being the year of the truth, everything coming into a end, everything, the straw that broke the camel back. We are approaching it. The election is less than 40 days away. We got flash floods in North Carolina. We got 2, 3, 4 hurricanes back to back to back to back. We don't know where the president's at. We done gave all the money to these foreigners. We done supplied and funded all these wars, and we ain't even got FEMA money for the American people. It's an election approaching. And this shit falling apart right in front of us as an election is approaching. Yeah. You feel that? You feel that? Don't fight the feeling. It's right there. You feel that, right? It ain't much too much longer. We gonna let motherfucker like this get in front of us and get to talking all that talk like we just gonna believe you because you got a suit and a tie on. Cause you got your dog first swiped to the side and you just talking and running your mouth. It's soon enough that shit ain't gonna work. We gonna be at your front door. I'm telling you, homie. It ain't gonna be long before we at your front door. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. The mink will inherit the earth. It's only but so much more time before we inherit the earth. It's only so much more time before we, the meek, inherit the earth, homie. The rich, listen, man, the poor is gonna eat that. We gonna eat the rich. The government is the rich. See, y'all let it go over your head when you say the poor gonna eat the rich. You know, you thinking like the rich, like, you know, Jay-Z is something. Nah. I mean, they gonna fall in the pot too. They gonna get mixed up in the gumbo too. Them celebrities and all that, they get mixed up in the gumbo too. But when we talk about the rich, we talking about the establishment. It's not gonna be too much more time before we eat that. Cause we ain't taking this shit. I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. We gonna go live again tonight. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Everything that's going down right now in 2024 is taking America to its breaking point. If it is so happen and it is, you know, in the will and it is in the future for us to overcome all this BS that's happening right before this election, you got to know, man, it's going to go up in 2025. And I ain't talking about, I'm telling you, bro, they better make the right decision. We are right at the fork in the road. You put Kamala Dick Harris back in office, it's going to be an ugly 2025. You put Donald J. Trump in office, we might have a chance. We might have a chance to get that American patriot back, that American feeling back. We gonna fight for Americans. We gonna fund Americans. It's gonna be Americans first. If we can get Americans first in rotation, we got a strong chance of bouncing back strong, homie. But I'm talking about it got to be exactly that. Donald Trump said Americans first. If we can't get Americans first, this shit is over. It's over. Baby girl, do me a favor. Hit that for me real quick. Yeah, it's getting. I got a little light on me, but I you know, I'll make sure I'm glowing. Make sure I got. Yeah. That golden caramel glow for 'em while they watching. Hey, your daddy's a YouTube sensation. Your daddy is a YouTube sensation now. Your mama, my daughter mama was talking to her earlier, and get what she told my daughter? She told my daughter she was scrolling through YouTube, and guess who popped up on the YouTube feed? Oh, your daddy popped up on my YouTube feed. I didn't know what was. We going to the top, constant elevation. We are not stopping. Organic. If we can't get the saying, Americans first, my G, that's the only thing that's going to save what we got going on. Americans first. Everything else, we might be under China's regime in no time. We might be under Russia's regime in no time. Yeah. We growing organically. She asked me, what's going on? I said, yeah, I'm a YouTube sensation. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I said, you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the like button. And like, you don't got to know what I'm talking about. Just go to the videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. We popping up in different areas. We popping up in different algorithms. They going to try to muffle the message. They going to try to stop the message. But you really can't muffle this type of talk The only reason why you can't really muffle this type of talk, and I'm talking to the higher ups and elites that's in the chat, that's watching, that's scheming, that you know, they lurking in the chat. I'm talking to y'all. The reason why you can't stop this type of information, the reason why you can't muffle the voice is because it ain't too many grown men on this app that's talking like this. When I was growing up, you had grown men everywhere talking like this. All the old heads and all the OGs in the neighborhood, they talk like this. So you had an abundance of grown men Benny. Now all you got is Saucy Santana. You got Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? You got Drake and you got Lil Yachty painting the nails. You got you got a bunch of peel heads. You got, yeah, Vanity. You got, you know, Future talking about popping perks, and you got, that's all we really got right now. So when people gonna gravitate to this talk right here, regardless if you muffle it. So I'm gonna have a couple of videos that might got 1,000 views, 1,700 views. I got a couple of videos that might got 2,000 views. Then I got videos that got 30,000. This video right here is well over 25,000. Well over 25 G's. Because the voice is powerful. I don't just say this shit because I want to say it. I don't just be making up these slogans for no reason. The voice is more powerful than CNN. The voice is more powerful than Fox News and DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God playing butt tag on the Breakfast Club every morning. This shit is real life. Now we living in the age of Saucy Santana. So when you hear a grown man, right, with a real beard that ain't painted on like 10 toes down, got an Adam's apple, uses his baritone in his voice, look you right in your eyes when he talking to you. It's somewhat addictive. You know, the lane we in is we the only ones in it. We the only ones in this lane. Everybody else is gonna say it how they say it in the same manner. I'm gonna point the finger right at the people and tell you they the ones that did this. I'm going to point the finger right at the people and tell you we can take a tyrant government to war. Really. Yeah, we can really do that. Soon as we get fed up, soon as we get tired of the BS, soon as we feel like we just tired of it, we can take them to war. This is the only land on the globe that we can do that. I don't want to take them to war, honestly. Charlie P, I see you in the chat. What it do, my G? I don't want to take them to war. I like how I'm living. But it ain't but so much more. You bought, we looking for the money for slavery. Y'all playing in our face about that. Now y'all come on, man. Ain't but too much more. We gonna take it this shit. And then y'all been doing the natural disasters. Y'all been had HARP. Y'all been playing with the weather. But now y'all done took it a step further where y'all done gave all our goddamn money to some immigrants. We might have to start running down on immigrants. If I was in New York, I would have already teamed up with 5 to 10 people and we would make a living out of running down on immigrants. Give me that card up off you. Give me that. Yeah, I need all that. Your debit card, yeah, all that. Your social security, your food stamp card, all that. I want all that. We'll have a bag full of goddamn debit cards and food stamp cards. And need the password and all that. Yeah, run up in your shelter. Yeah, y'all all up in the shelters, right? Catch you coming out of one of them expensive ass hotel rooms. No, that's my taxpayers' dollars you got in your pocket, ma'am. Shut up and come up off of that. What we talking about? If you watch your mouth, close your mouth, give it that. All we want is the password and that card in your pocket. Cause we saw you just get that chopped cheese out that bodega. We looked at your receipt. The receipt says you got $13,000 in food stamps on it, and you got $6,000 in cash. We need that. And you don't want it. Don't say no. Don't make us do that. You in America. You in New York City, man. Watch your mouth. You think nigga, what? We had a whole gang sitting in front of one of them shelters, and y'all will be, come out. We collecting. It's time to collect. They done gave y'all $3-4 billion. We need some of that back. We need some of that back. So, you know, I feel it. I'm somebody that can see through the smoke and mirrors. I get downloads, I get those feelings, and I feel like we almost right there. We right there, B. Ain't no way motherfucking immigrants would be walking around New York City with me living in it. Somebody get Zip with the Drip on the line, man. Ain't no way no Venezuelans will be walking around New York City with me and some other hooligans living in the city with 10, 20, $30,000 in food stamps and cash on them, and I ain't getting some of that. If I was a homeless, all the homeless people in New York City, I would rally up about 20, 30 homeless people, and we'll go do that. We need all that, man. Hey, homie, watch your mouth. I need that card off you. Hey, my friend, I don't want to deal with any trouble, man. I don't want any trouble, man. I just want you to be the Eba. Hey, papi, easy, papi. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? About to get Zip on the line. What we doing out there? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts on that. Why is we selling drugs? We don't. Do you want to come up? Let's go a little deeper in that, right? These immigrants get all this money, and they're only allowed to spend it at like the bodegas and other certain stores in New York City. Imagine how much money they making. The people at the bodegas that they allowed to spend with, they allowed to buy food with. These motherfuckers made $1 million. Come on, man. We need a piece of that. I would have a pillowcase full of debit. We swiping these shit. Take them to the bodega. Hey, this one got 13,000 on it. Give me 10,000. Boom. Hey, this one got 14,000 on it. Give me 11,000. Boom. Hey, this one got 8,000 on it. Give me 7. Cash out. Cashing these motherfuckers in. Take this, huh? This all it did. Take this. Yeah, they all work. Reprogram the, figure out how to reprogram the pen. Get one of those little scammers or hackers. Put that shit in the group. Reprogram the pen. Yeah, this is we got $280,000 in this shit. This shit. We 500,000 in cards. Crazy. That's me reverting to my old. That's the old grown man business TV. When I was younger. They just lucky I'm not 23 years old anymore, and I'm not in New York City. And I know all you immigrants got all these checks on you. Shelter. So and they putting all y'all, so it's 300 of y'all in the shelter. We coming to get that. So man, listen, man, we gonna go live tonight. Got some more things to tap on, some more things to tap into, some more things to talk about. Yeah, facts, man. You know, we fighting to get back in the algorithm. 330 people in here right now. I'm cool with the likes. 113. Y'all can run the likes up some more though. Highly appreciate that, because that's what help us stay in the algorithm. That's what help us stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always try to muffle the channel, but what I realize and what my analytics say is that as soon as somebody taps in and they listen to the word, they double back every time. My analytics say the return customer, the dope pure, that is some good dope we got over here. So when I get that dope out, they come right back. You can see on your analytics if people come back, if it's a returning subscriber, X, Y, and Z. So they really can't fight the algorithm all the way, but they try. Because I'm telling y'all these hurricanes is man manipulated. I'm telling y'all that they playing in our face. I'm telling y'all we could take them to war. I'm telling y'all shit. What we talking about? These immigrants, man, fuck, what, there'd be a war in New York City? Crazy. They won't be talking about immigrant violence. They'll be talking about immigrants are being, wow, we have a spike in robberies and a spike in, wow, you know, we had 14 homeless people run up in the shelter for the immigrants, and you know, $380,000 worth of debit cards were taken yesterday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Go ahead and ask the question, man. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, they try real hard to hold it, man. They try real hard to hold it, man. They knock live streams down. I mean, I be going through it. You know, they locked the live stream down a couple of nights ago. I couldn't go live for like the whole night and the next day. I couldn't go live. So when I get here and I actually hit the live button and it allows me to go live, I got to get that game up all in one session and then double back and do it again. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't like play with it because they'll not. I'm talking about I come back and videos be gone. I'm like, damn, YouTube is a dangerous place. These YouTube streets is dangerous. Dangerous from the higher ups and the elites, man. They got whole teams that comb through this material. They got whole teams that'll listen to your whole live stream, homie, word for word, to make sure you're not inciting a riot, to make sure you're not talking crazy about the Rainbow Coalition, to make sure you're not giving up too much. Your game ain't too pure. They want you to dumb the game down. I could get up here, talk about smoking weed and show you some videos with some rappers and tell you how I hang out with celebrities, and they'll love me. They'll love me. Salute Scott. Word. Scott say they barely let him in. Barely let him in the chat. Be having issues. I gotta deliver that game straight like that. Exactly. Big salute. Charlie P, I see you in the chat, man. So listen, man, y'all already know what time it is. Make sure y'all like the video, y'all share this video, y'all comment under this video. We turning up, man. We approaching 26,000 subscribers as we speak. We are well past, you know, 25,000. Let me see where we at right now. Look at this. I'll let y'all see this. See that? Well past 25,000. Know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all run it up. Y'all run it up nice and neat. You feel me? And yeah, that last live stream, that shit pulled in like $150. And it's still going up. I want to show y'all, man, what it's looking like out there. Oh no, it ain't looking like nothing too crazy right now. I don't like how that motherfucker running. It's good though. Yeah, everything Gucci. Everything Gucci. We going, what's today? What's today, Monday? We gonna go a little late tonight, man. We gonna tap in tonight, man. I'm gonna come back to y'all probably about like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you get your notifications. And we gonna lock in for sure. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Just talk real talk. What it do, my G? I see you in the chat. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You definitely know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, man. Listen, I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. It's straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, dope, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up, my G. I'm going to give you this game straight raw. No Diddy. Pause. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But it's time to see through the smoke and mirrors, man. Pull the curtain to the side and looking backstage, homie. They ripping and running and running and ripping, man. They doing it right in front of your face, man. Ain't no coincidence. Multiple hurricanes. Come on, man. You crazy? Y'all ain't got money for FEMA. Is you crazy? All this tax-paying money, and we ain't got a return on investment. We ain't got an ROI yet. All these taxes that we paying, homie, billions of dollars. How you think they gave that $300 billion to the Ukraine? How you think they did that? We pay for all of that. And y'all ain't got money for FEMA. Y'all ain't got money to just spread out through the Americas. Everybody get 150,000. We gonna give everybody 200K. Everybody sit still. You ain't got the where the money at? Where the money at? Then when we run down on you while you out there in Atlanta with Megan Thee Stallion popping coochie, right? When we run down on you, now it's a problem. When we run down on you with Magic Johnson, now it's an issue. Now we resorting to violence. When we start running down on these immigrants and taking those debit cards off their pocket, B, you telling me you got $13,000 in food stamps and $8,000 in cash? You an immigrant? You from Venezuela, Ukraine? Give me that. Now it's an issue. Now we out of pocket. Now we taking it too far. When we start going to these homeless shelters where y'all putting these immigrants at, when we start going to these hotel rooms and these Airbnbs where y'all housing these immigrants at, and we start running in their purses and running in their pockets, now it's the issue. Now y'all feel some type. I'm just saying though. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling, homie. Ain't no way it's gonna be 100,000 extra people in the city, and I know they all got 10, 20, 30K on them. Ain't no way, homie. But you wanna shoot the black man. You wanna rob somebody that look just like you. You a hooligan. You gonna kill somebody that look just like you, that's in poverty, just like you, when you got Venezuelan immigrants and Ukrainian immigrants with 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 on them walking around buying chopped cheese in your city right now. That's how I seen the receipt. The old lady was in there and she left her receipt in there. And guess what we did as Americans? We looked at the receipt because we want to know. And the receipt said that bitch had $13,000, and I would have ran up on that old lady. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, what's going on, sir? Yes, ma'am. I don't mean any harm. I don't mean any harm, but you left your receipt, and I just wanted to bring the receipt. Oh, thank you, young man. You brought the receipt to me. Yep, I bought the receipt, but I need and I have to request something from you, ma'am. Do you mind if I request it? Yeah, I request that debit card. You take this receipt and you give me. Oh, no, young man, I can't. Hey. I'm taking the debit card, ma'am. It's 13,000 goddamn dollars on it. Don't make. Oh, thank you so much. Now, where'd you come from, ma'am? You came from that homeless shelter over there? Oh, yeah, I'm in the homeless shelter. I'm from the Ukraine, and they told me to go to the homeless shelter in the Ukraine. Tell me this. How many more people got cards like this? Oh, everybody. We all got cards. We all got paid yesterday. It was 13,000 in food stamps and 12,000 in cash. And my auntie, she got the money. And my daughter, she got the money. And everybody. Better than running up in the bank, if you ask me. I'm going to have a pillowcase open, and it's better than running up in a bank. I'll take that $13,000 to the Habib at a goddamn bodega and tell them, listen, give me 10 cash. You got the card. Give me 9 cash. You think them Habibs at that, they're going to give you the money. They're going to take the card because they can cash the card out. They're going, shh. It is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be, yo. Fuck is you talking about? Now when we do that, now it's a problem. Now you got a problem with us. The American people is out of pocket. We getting violent. We doing this and that. Now you got an issue. But when we calmly ask you where the money is at, Kamala Dick Harris, then you act like you don't got no answers where the money is at. The tax money. All the tax money that we all pay. Every year we pay all this money. But when we ask you calmly, when we run down on your goddamn immigrant people, now you got an issue. I think it's almost, I ain't telling you to do that. But I'm saying it's coming, something coming. And before it go all the way left, it's a bunch of food right there. I'm talking plates. It's plates of food. The motherfucker walking around like homeless people. Motherfucker on the interstate selling oranges and got a card in their pocket with $13,000 in goddamn food. How you think she got them oranges that she's selling? With them food stamps? How you think she... Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Joseph, it sounds like it's be anarchy. I think it'd be American unity. Motherfuckers will just start uniting. Hey, we running down on these motherfuckers, man. Where the money at? They got the money. We ain't got to ask you where the money is at anymore, Kamala, Dick Harris. The money, we know where you gave the money at. And we gonna get that money. This our shit. These motherfuckers is immigrants. You ain't got nothing. We built this. This our shit. We run the hoods out here. We run the streets in New York City. We run these project buildings. This ain't Colorado, shorty. Is you crazy? You can't come over here and take over no project buildings with your Venezuelan gangs over here. Shit. All right, man. Listen, man. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Bennett TV. You already know how we give it up, man. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Listen, man. 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, we locking back in. Is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. Pow. Gang.